Part 3 is starting to get a little more complex, so we are going to actually switch over and we're going to start to use our shape tools that are built into the program. So you don't have to path everything on here with the pen anymore. We can do our rectangles with the rectangle tool. You can do your ellipses if you hold this icon down with your mouse. There's an ellipse tool. And then at the bottom of the page, there's a star tool. So I'm going to show you how to do each of these steps. Step 1 says trace the rectangle below. With your rectangle tool selected, click on the upper corner and drag to the lower corner, and we have our rectangle drawn in. Now it's asking you to put a blue fill into the middle of the shape. With your options bar showing, your fill and your stroke are visible up here, as well as the stroke weight. So that has to do with how thick the outline looks. So from here, there's a menu of preset colors, so I'm going to pick a shade of blue for the fill. I'm going to add a red stroke like the instructions ask. And for the 3 points, I'm going to go through my stroke menu here and click this until it's 3 points. Next, for step 2, we are being asked to make a 1 inch by 1 inch square, and it needs to be green. So we are going to click on the rectangle tool again, and the instructions are telling you to click once on the artboard. Artboard is just another name for the document that we're working on. So I'm going to click one time, and the instructions again specify, let's do 1 inch for the width and 1 inch for the height. You'll notice that the program forces it into points, and that unit of measurement for 1 inch is 72 by 72 points. It's the equivalent, it's the right size. With your selection tool, you can drag your square so that it lines up with the outline printed on the page. Now we have to change our colors, so let's change our fill to green, and let's change our stroke. Since we don't need an outline color, we're going to change this to none, using the little square with a slash through it. All right. Next, we are going to draw another rectangle, and this is asking us to fill it with a pattern. In the fill preset menu up here, there are 2 default patterns. One's called foliage and one is called pompadour. You can pick either pattern and fill in your square. Number 4 is asking us to draw an ellipse. So I'm going to click and hold my rectangle tool down and find the ellipse tool. We're going to drag an ellipse over the one that's printed on the page. Mine looks like it's a little bit over the outline, so I'm going to edit this slightly. If you need to adjust it, again, switch to your selection tool at the top of your toolbar. From here, let's fill it in with a gradient. Underneath your fill and stroke swatches in your toolbar, there's a gradient icon in the middle. If you click on this, it adds in a linear gradient, which is what the instructions are asking for. Linear just means it goes in a line. We have a straight line from white to black. Next, we are going to draw a circle. Again, this is asking us to set a 1 inch by 1 inch shape. So click one time on your artboard. I'm going to type in 1 in by 1 in. And I have a circle the same size as the one on the worksheet. Now, this is still a linear gradient. So if we would like to change the style of the gradient, over here on the right side of your screen, you have a gradient icon, and you have different types that you can select in here. So the middle button here is radial, and it makes your gradient into a circle. You can also change your gradient colors by double clicking on these circles. It should let you adjust it. You just need a minimum of 2 colors blending together. Number 6, we are going to hold down Shift and drag our circle. This is just going to keep it in perfect proportion. Whoops, let me do that one more time. Let go of your mouse before you let go of the Shift key and it'll stay. And we need to fill this one with yellow. There we go. At the bottom of page 3, we have different kinds of stars, and the instructions are telling you that you don't need to trace over the examples here. We just need 3 different kinds of stars. So underneath the ellipse tool, click and hold it. There is a star tool. If you click once on your artboard with the star tool selected, you can choose how many points your star has. So your standard star has 5 points like this example here. So let's make a 5-pointed star. Then I'm going back to my star tool, click one time. I'll do a star maybe with 15 points. This is going to look different than my 5-pointed star. And last, let me do one more. Let's do 25. If you do too many points, it'll end up looking just like a circle. It'll fill all the spaces in. And you can freestyle with your colors of the stars. There's no requirement for the colors on this step. All right, and then once you're done page 3, we're going to move on to our final page.